Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit more shorter-term technical analysis on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency markets. Because in today's video, guys, I don't know about you, but this looks like an inverse head and shoulders bottoming pattern to me, with a shoulder there, a head there, and it looks like we may be about to form the right shoulder as we speak. Guys, we've been talking about levels of support in between 5 and 7,000, really between 6 and 7,000 if we're being honest. And to me, guys, this looks like Bitcoin is very much trying to put a bottom in. We're testing the same resistance at 7.2 that we were yesterday, but right now we've moved into a bull flag, guys, that could very easily break bullish. And even if it breaks bearish, that just fulfills that inverse head and shoulders pattern, and there's a good chance we continue to the upside as well. So today's video, I'm going to try to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, the bullish, the bearish, and the neutral, and we're going to go over all of the different factors that are contributing to Bitcoin's price action right now. From there, I also want to dive into a little bit of fundamental news, because Vitalik Buterin has just said that Ethereum will shatter 3,000 transactions per second after the Istanbul update and hard fork coming in the next couple of weeks. Guys, remember Bitcoin only does between 10 and maybe 20 transactions per second on a good day. I think the official number is like 7. We're talking 3,000 here. That is mass adoption level of transactions per second. Visa, MasterCard, they do tens of thousands a second. Bitcoin's stuck doing 10. So guys, we're going to be diving into all of that and more in today's video. If you do enjoy today's video, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps out the channel when you do. It doesn't cost you anything, and I'd be very appreciative if you did. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We do daily cryptocurrency content. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. As we all know, guys, Bitcoin has been in a bit of a downtrend here over the last week or so. A bit is a little bit of an understatement. In fact, Bitcoin has been accelerating in its downwards movement here over the last couple of weeks. And the reason for that has a lot to do with the fact that the bulls and the bears were in a deadlock up here around 9,000, and the bears gradually started to win back that momentum, and it pushed us even farther to the downside, even faster. But, as you guys probably know, when Bitcoin crashes, it tends to crash very quickly. And when it crashes very quickly, what goes down must come up. At least that's what we hope for. And in this case, guys, the bears have capitulated so quickly, they pushed Bitcoin down $2,000 in the span of a week, that, in my opinion, I think they've burned themselves out, guys. If you're in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, you'll know the video, Gauging the Strength of the Bulls and the Bears. In that video, we talk about the differences between the two factions, how to tell which one is stronger, and why it's so important to know which one of those factions is stronger. And right now, one of the things that we've seen happen is that the bears have pushed Bitcoin down so quickly that I think they've exhausted themselves. And that's not me just talking, guys. These kind of statements have to be backed up by technical analysis, and it's true. If we look at the RSI on many different time frames, Bitcoin went very overextended on the RSI. For example, we went down to 7 on the 22nd of November. When in recent history do you remember RSI on any time frame above the 4-hourly chart going down to 7? I'll tell you, the last time it happened on the 4-hourly chart, it was a little over a month ago on the 26th of September. It was right here. Bitcoin traded sideways, and then we blew up 45%. Before then, the last time we were that low on the RSI was a year ago. And of course, guys, the same thing is true down here on the daily chart. We went overextended below 30 on the daily chart. And if you know anything about technical analysis and RSI on the daily chart, then you will know that when Bitcoin goes down to 30, that is almost always a prime reversal signal. Let's start in 2017. March of 2017, bottom. July of 2017, bottom. September 2017, bottom. Early February 2018, bottom. June of 2018, bottom. November of 2018, bottom. Guess what? Early October through mid-October of 2019, bottom. And guess what Bitcoin has just done? It's set a 30 on the RSI. That doesn't happen much, guys, but when it does, it's something you need to pay attention to. It's much more common for Bitcoin to get overextended on the overbought side of the RSI, but Bitcoin very rarely gets overextended on the oversold side of Bitcoin. Now, you don't want to just trade off of one technical indicator, but sometimes one technical indicator can be the foundation of a piece of analysis. And one thing I want to make very clear here, guys, is just because these technical indicators are looking good, that does not by any stretch of the imagination mean that we're going to be bullish today or tomorrow or this week. I think it probably is going to happen this week, but it might not be today or tomorrow. Remember, if Bitcoin is actually going to form an inverse head and shoulders pattern, we're more than likely going to break bearish out of this bull flag I have drawn right here and pull back maybe to around 7,000 flat, maybe $6,900 down here somewhere. Don't let the short-term technicals blind you to the longer term, because in the longer term, we have stuff like this. Look at this. Look at the MACD. I pointed this out in yesterday's video, so I'll be brief. The MACD is converging bullish on itself for the first time in quite a while. The last time we started converging bullish on herself, albeit Bitcoin traded sideways for 2 weeks, but eventually a pretty big rally formed following that. And in the history of Bitcoin, when you see Bitcoin converging bullish on itself, that normally means a rally is coming. Furthermore, guys, don't forget where we are. We're sitting right in the golden pocket. Yes, Bitcoin is testing resistance kind of on 61.8, but it's above 65%. That's called the golden pocket. That's there for a reason. Let me change this chart real quick to show you that. You see this right here, guys? See this red line right there? I can barely see it. I'm colorblind, but I know you can. That is called the golden pocket. Guess where Bitcoin is sitting right now? It's sitting in that golden pocket. That golden pocket is almost always where Bitcoin reverses. I've talked about that in a few videos, so I'm not going to go into much more detail with it. Watch our previous videos. Furthermore, guys, Bitcoin is sitting on a downtrend of support right here. That's something that you don't want to write off either. Bitcoin has been in a downtrend for 6 months. That hasn't happened recently. Bitcoin was in an uptrend for 8 months. Bitcoin has been in a downtrend for quite some time, and personally, guys, based on the technicals and the fundamentals, it looks like a bottom is forming or trying to form. I mean, look at the longs and the shorts here, guys. Look at how many people are long in the last 4 days. Look at this. This is a big move. We're talking a 20% increase in the longs. That doesn't happen very often. I mean, we see like 10 and 15% moves, but not a 20% move. That's getting kind of important. And on the shorts chart, yes, some people went short over the last few days, but it's actually dropped down. And if you look at the total number of shorts, we're having 7,000 shorts and 30,000 longs. I don't know about you, but that means something to me. Now, one more thing that I don't talk about enough, and I probably should, and that a lot of YouTubers don't talk about enough, and they probably should, is how many fundamental developments are going on in the background behind the scenes. One of them, like I said, is the Istanbul update and hard fork for Ethereum. 3,000 transactions per second. That's enough headroom that Ethereum could probably run to like $10 trillion of market capitalization and never need to worry about throughput. While on blockchain.com, you can come here and look at the unconfirmed transactions list. Guys, I really just don't know how else to slice it. I've talked about this so much. Try to drill it into your head and show you all the different technical indicators, and there are people that still disagree with me. I'd love to hear why. Bitcoin's bottom might not be today, guys. Bitcoin's bottom might not be tomorrow. Bitcoin's bottom might not be this week. Might be January before we start a new uptrend. Might be February. Who knows? But quite frankly, guys, who really cares? If Bitcoin goes lower, good. I'm dollar cost averaging all the way to the bank. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be doing that until the end of time. I'm going to be accumulating Bitcoin when it's worth $200,000 because I know that no matter how high Bitcoin goes, it's probably going to go a little bit higher. We're so early in the development of this space, guys. Bitcoin turned 10 this year. So when I hear people bashing Bitcoin, it's like, oh my gosh, you're trying, I mean, Bitcoin, guys, understand something. Bitcoin's in 4th grade, okay? Bitcoin's in 4th, maybe 5th grade if it's a smart kid. And we're getting upset because Bitcoin can't do theoretical quantum mechanics yet like you would be doing in grad school. Give it time. Have some patience. Lord, it annoys me when people are like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's dead. We talked about Bitcoin obituaries in yesterday's video. People have been pronouncing Bitcoin dead since before it was worth more than a quarter. And every single one of them has been wrong. In the history of Bitcoin, about 95% of the time in the history of Bitcoin that you could have invested in this cryptocurrency, had you have done that, you'd be in profit right now, even though we're 60% retraced from all-time high. Think about that. We're complaining about how Bitcoin is not above these levels up here, while completely forgetting to give thanks for the fact that we're above all of these levels down here. So with Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of days for all of us in the United States, and if you're not in the United States, it's still a good idea just to be grateful. Remember that just because Bitcoin isn't at $100,000 yet, not only is that just a completely incorrect perspective, it's also a good thing that Bitcoin's not at $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever gone on a trip or a vacation or had something really cool happen, like you bought a new car? The second you drive that new car off the lot, the second you get home from that vacation, it's over. The best part of a vacation, the best part of buying a new car, the best part of getting a new toy is the anticipation of waiting for it to happen, because as soon as it gets there, as soon as it happens, what more do you have to look forward to? I would be very sad if Bitcoin was at $1 million right now, frankly, because then what do I have to look forward to? Is Bitcoin really going to go to $10 million? Maybe not. But will Bitcoin go to $1 million? Probably. I'm thankful that we're in this space so early. I'm thankful that Bitcoin's trading at 4 digits and not 6. And as we move closer and closer to the good old-fashioned turkey day, I hope that everybody can take a step back and realize we're in at the ground floor of something. And the future for this looks very bright. It's just an exercise in patience. Warren Buffett, who's worth $90 billion, is often attributed as saying, markets are tools that transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. If you want to make it in cryptocurrency markets, you need to be patient. You need to have a high pain tolerance. you need to stay humble, and you need to always be learning. If you do those things, you're gonna be all right. So guys, let's remain hyped for Bitcoin, whether it's going up or down, because I don't know about you, even if Bitcoin is trading at 10 bucks, I'd be happy about that. I'd be really happy because the percentage gains are gonna be the same down there that they are up here with the trading. It doesn't matter. The farther away we are from the all-time high, I mean the all-time high of all-time highs, the all-time high of human history, the more we have to look forward to. So guys, please keep that in mind. Please keep in mind that a bottom very well may be putting in right now because of this inverse head and shoulders pattern that looks to be forming today, but whether or not it actually does is completely and utterly irrelevant, to be totally honest with you. Look at the long term, take your head out of the sand, and start actually thinking about this thing with the correct perspective, with the correct lens. Anyway, guys, that is my rant over. There wasn't a whole lot that needed to be covered today, but I did want to get that off of my chest. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you watched all the way to the end, I want to reward you with a little inside joke. What I want you to do, post the name of a bird in the comments section down below. We've done this 2 or 3 times. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I'm gonna make turkey off limits. Hopefully for everybody who clicked off the video early and went down to read the comments, they'll be like, what's going on? Why is everybody posting the name of a bird? So go ahead and do that. I would be interested to hear what kind of birds you come up with. But anyway, guys, before we wrap the video on, I do want to remind you of the sale running on CT2A. We do have a Black Friday sale running. It's called Black Friday 2019. The coupon code will be down below. If you guys want to learn how to do technical analysis on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets so you can make the most out of that volatility that I was talking about, a great place to do that is here in CT2A. We're about to hit 1,000 members. I'll tell you something, guys. Our students love the Academy. They tell me all the time in the Discord server. You don't believe me? Join the Discord server down below. Say, hey, is anyone in here a member of CT2A? Can I ask you some questions in private? Go and talk to them in the DMs, guys. See what they have to say. I want you to go get honest testimony. I can post testimony after testimony after testimony on the sales page of CT2A. I could literally post over 100 screenshots of good things people have said about it. I know that little internal skeptic inside your head is going to say, oh, well, Jeb photoshopped that. So what I want you to do is go and talk to them in person. It's a good thing to have that little skeptic, but go see what it has to say when you talk to the actual students. Guys, I put hundreds of hours into building this course. There are 10 hours of content here, and every single one of these videos took a long time to plan, took a long time to record, took a long time to edit on Taylor's part, not to mention the thousands of hours I put into working in these markets and learning these markets over the last 2.5 years. There is a lot of value and content in here, all packaged in a 10-hour course that you can finish in a week for a price half of that of one college course at the local college. For $159 with a $40 off coupon code down below, you're going to get access to all of this, and we have a 14-day no questions asked money back refund guarantee. If you have any questions, as always, you can join the Discord server and ask our students, or you can email me or ask me in the comment section down below. Feel free to do any or all of those. Highly encourage you guys to know what you're getting into before you get into it, but I think you guys will enjoy it because so many of our students have. Anyway, guys, that sale is going to be running through Black Friday, so if you guys want to get in on that, the coupon code is down below. I look forward to seeing you over there. But anyway, guys, that is going to have to do it for today's video. I do want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling.